What's up? Well, my week was long, but I got the greatest news just like maybe half an hour ago that the testimonial I did a couple months back, that testimonial was like 3 months ago, is going to be, they're going to play it tomorrow at church. True Grace Church, Lacey, Washington. And I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. I wasn't nervous making it. I was actually going through some stuff when I made it. And I did a video the day before I did a video maybe even the day of, because I was going through some stuff. And I wanted to do that video to kind of call myself out before I did that testimonial. Thought it was important. I believe it was important. And so I'm glad that I did that, and then I went and did my testimonial, which, you know, looking back, it's, for me, like, everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to. But I try not to use that approach as I move forward in things. What I mean by that is, if I'm going to go do destructive behavior, I try not to think, well, I'm going to just do some fucked up shit, so it's supposed to happen, right? Because then that's not really. But when I look back on a situation that was not ideal or not the way I liked it, the way I keep myself, you know, from living in shame or too much guilt is everything is happening the way it's supposed to. And there's that balance I give myself for that. Because I will make mistakes. But if I go out into the world with intentions of making the mistakes, like, oh, I'm going to fuck shit up, and then it'll be okay because I was supposed to fuck shit up. That's how I used to live when I was getting loaded, and I didn't do it on purpose like that. What happened is, like, well, fuck, whatever happens, happens, right? Knowing I'm gonna fucking hate myself in a couple days, really bad. And I'm grateful that I don't live like that. And so now, 40 days, 40 nights I'll have. There's this weird number thing, these weird symbol things that are going on with me right now, kind of like when I was in treatment, when I was in that facility, and how, like, all these dots would connect, and, you know, like for instance, my tattoo here, I've got this tattoo I did, and it represents the rising sun. There are, if you count them, and you can't see on the video, but there's a bird inside the sun here. It represents the rising sun. It also represents Kaizen, which is a Toyota thing. I've worked for Toyota for 15 years. Their philosophy is continuous improvement. My recovery is continuous improvement. My journey is continuous improvement, right? Not being perfect, continuous improvement. But there's 5 birds, there's 6 birds here. Each one of those birds represents one of my kids. There's 6 people in my intermediate family. It's a rising sun. I'm the rising sun, in terms of, I fell off so many times, and I don't give up, and I keep getting back on my feet and not giving up. And so it's just like all these symbols, and I got it because I typed in Kaizen because I didn't want to get the calligraphy done, and that popped up, and I just really liked the way it looked. And I thought, I'll just add a bird to that, what I saw online. And then after I got it done, I started thinking a lot about it. And then all of these thoughts popped into my head about it. So that's the next one I want to get are 2 bingo balls. And I know when my mom passed, because it's right around Mother's Day, but I didn't know the actual day, the date. You know, like, I blocked a lot of stuff out. And her date is the 15th of May. My birthday is the 16th of April. So when you look at it that way, it's interesting how the numbers, the symbols work out, right? Because I'm really into that stuff now, and I didn't used to be. And, you know, that is 29 days. So 29 days from my birthday is my mom's death date. I got clean on the 29th. April is the first of 4 months that are 30 days. And I'm the first of 4 of her kids. So it's just like, whoa, blew my mind when I started thinking of that. So I'll get that done, and that makes sense, and it's going to be for my mom, you know. And it's just like, she loved bingo, and that's what I was like, I want to get something for my mom. And you know, I'm not going to put my clean date on me, but it's 29 days from when my birth date is to her death date. It signifies my clean date in a way, you know, without having to put my clean date on there, because I don't want to do that. You know, I'm not saying that I'm going to get loaded ever again. I never know, but I do know not today. But I don't want all these dates on me. Not to say that that's going to happen, but something like that works perfect for me. You know, and that's going to happen right about when I have 1 year clean. It'd be really cool to have that done on my clean date, but then I've got all this other plan, you know, and jump out of a plane and stuff, and so who knows. Anyways, but yeah, to then have that text message come into me on the 40 days to go, you know, and I think 40 days and 40 nights. You know, he suffered through, you know, temptation and all of that. And so I've got 40 days of till I have 1 year. And so it's just pretty cool. I like that I think this way now. It's spiritual. It's also religious for me, but it's spiritual. It's just all these things working out, and I'm really excited. If I could, I'd get that thing on me now, but I'm not going to do that, because that, you know, I'll wait. It'll come when it's supposed to. I already sent out the message of wanting to do it, so. But I think I'll do like a green and a blue ball, and I don't know yet. Anyways, yeah. So I'm pretty excited about tomorrow. I am nervous. I posted it on Facebook and Instagram. I sent it out to all the people I know that mean something to me. For the most part, there's people that mean something to me that didn't get that text, but I just kind of did it. My coworkers, my family, my kids, you know, my exes, to somebody special. And so, yeah, I wanted to let people know, you know, on my Facebook, all the people that are close to me will see that. And if they want to log in and watch it, you can watch it. They'll stream it. And so, you know, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. Aside from that, like, today has been one of those days, you know, like, my character defects went out a little crazy on me between yesterday and today. But at the same time, I don't know. I felt self-righteous again. I was really upset. And probably shouldn't have acted a certain way. When will he learn, you know? This time I was right, but it's just like, so what? Just because you're right doesn't mean you're right. Just because you're right doesn't mean you win. I don't know how many arguments I got in people where my information was correct and I fucking felt shitty afterwards. It's all about presentation. So, lots to learn still, right? And, you know, in the process of it, you know, I'm not going to get loaded, and I'm in a really good mood. You know, like, the kids are going to be watched tonight, so I'm going to the gym right now, and I'm like, shit, I don't have my, and then I look up to my side, and there's like the shirt I got my tattoo, and I'm like, oh, I got that. I'm in a good mood. I really like that that's coming on. I really like that it was short notice. I like that she sent it today. You know? No time to talk about it. My ego's huge, you know? Like, it can be. It can be. Oh, by the way, I'll throw this out there. The orange and it's a bad word, so it's the F word, and then fab. Really tasty if you vape. I recommend it. It's like dessert. But I did try one of those things. It was like a blue raspberry one that somebody gave me today. And I went like I went like an hour and a half without this. So precursor to where I'd like to be. Like, I'd like to not do these eventually. Right now I'm enjoying them, but that would be cool to have that and then transition into that. Who knows? I'm not going to put a date on it yet because I really enjoy these, but you know, I don't smoke cigarettes like I used to. One every once in a while after a workout, and then like I toss it halfway through because I don't like the taste of it and I don't like how I smell. So there's some pluses, right? I never thought in a million years that like I wouldn't just like keep buying packs every day. Saving me money. And it's good for my health to not smoke cigarettes. And so, yeah. I'm a little nervous about my tire. I think, well, my tire has a leak, and I'm about to go to Rainier on Monday. And so, I'd hate for my tire to, like, so I'm going to think tomorrow I'm going to go to a tire place to see if they can fix it. Or replace it if that has to happen. And I have enough to pay for the replacement if it needs to happen. It sucks because I just got these, but you know, it is what it is. That's how life works. Things happen. Luckily, I catch it now. At first, as a flat tire. Like, my car doesn't have a spare attached to it. It's not one of those kind of cars. So, it would suck to have a blown tire on a new tire. Really. So I'll do something tomorrow. I'm sure there's a place open that can look at it. Hopefully they can fix it, opposed to having to buy a new tire. But if I have to buy a new tire, then I have to buy a new tire. I am praying that I don't have to, though. What else? I don't know. This is a check-in. This is like a journal entry, opposed to like anything other than that. And so I noticed in life, I noticed that when I feel better and I'm not going through stuff that's too crazy, my videos aren't as long. So if you really want to know, like, if he's going through it, if I'm going through it, just like swipe up, and if you see one that's like 25 freaking minutes, oh yeah, I was going through it that day. I was going through it right then. And so if you see like 12 minutes, it's just like I'm in a good mood and it's a journal entry that's good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Usually on Saturday I'm like beat, and like I feel energized right now because of the news I got. So yeah, it's a good story. If you get a chance, blog in, watch it. It's my testimonial. It's my purpose. It's all of it. And I was going through a tough time when I did it. So I'm really excited to be at church tomorrow. And it's really cool that my family knows about it so they can watch it too. They got to watch me get baptized. Now they're going to get to watch my testimonial, which was suggested to me by the pastor. I caught him, like, we were in the bathroom and I never had spoken one word to them at all. He's just my pastor. And he asked me how things were. And, you know, I just don't think he knows me, you know, like to me, he's like a superstar, you know, he's always up there speaking, you know, like, and I said, you know, a day clean is a day one. And he said, I really like that. And he said, I think you should do one of our life stories. That's the testimonial. I said, well, I kind of already did a testimonial when I did my baptism. And he said, yeah, you did, but this is a little different. And he said, you never know who's in church. They might hear something that you said, and it really might help them out. He's like, there are people in the congregation that come to this church that are going through something very similar as you, and they come in here and they, you know, they might feel different, and then you share that and they're like, oh, you know, I go through that too. So I thought about it, and it took me about a month before I actually reached out and said, okay, I'll do it. I had like, I'll do it at 6 months or whatever, maybe I'll do it at 1 year or whatever. And then just the thought popped into my head like normal when I'm meditating or I'm at the gym or something. It said, reach out to them. So I did. And then and then they had me do it. And then I told my work, and my work was like, hell yeah, go do that, because my work supports this. They're like, yeah, man, just go, you know, because it was going to be on a Saturday. And I was like, man, I'm going to leave the floor a little short. And they said, that is important. My manager said, that's just as important as you staying clean. And if that's going to keep you clean, then I want you to go do it. Because he's an amazing freaking person. I don't want to say his name out loud, but he really is. And he's stuck by me for a long time, for years. And he has no idea about this. And, you know, there's been shots that he's taken, you know, because I earned those, you know, but he's always been good to me, and he's always been a support to me. And he loves me, and he cares about me. And even when he was, like, really mad at me because of it, you know, like, I'm going to throw a plug out here for him. I remember calling him. He was the hardest call to make of anybody. He was the toughest call to make. And I called him, and I told him what's up. And he was upset. You know, I'm not going to say what he said. And then we got off the phone. And he called me back within like 10 minutes. And this isn't a PR thing. He called me back and he said, you know what, man? I fucking love you. He's like, and I'm proud of you. Because it's got to be hard to say what you told me. And he said, you know, there are some people out there that just don't care. And don't do anything to fix themselves. And you're somebody who just won't give up on yourself, and you do whatever you got to do to fix yourself. He said, so I love you, and you're always welcome back. And like, that made me cry. And I didn't look at it as like, hey, you got to say the PR thing. I didn't look at it that way. Like, they know I'm not going to like ever like try to pin them on anything as much as they've stuck by me. And he did that for me. And you know, like I've worked at places before. I've worked here for a long time. I started in 2010, but I had 10 years of work experience prior to that, you know, and even longer. And I never had a person that I considered like one of my best friends, who's my mentor, my boss, and somebody I look up to, and somebody who bounces things off of me too. He's a friend. And he's one of my favorite people on the planet. And I know he doesn't watch these, but I just want to say it. I love you. And I really appreciate you for always sticking by me, for always being there for me, for always saying, no matter what, he's my guy. And it means the fucking world to me, man. It means a lot to me. And so I just want to say that. I won't tell him to watch this. But he knows who I'm talking about if he does. He knows exactly who I'm talking about. Because he's never given up on me. And even if I'm a liability, which I am, I own that. I made that happen. That's my bet I made. Even at that, he still has my back. And so this was only going to be a 12-minute video, but I felt like, you know, why not? You know, why not? And so, I love you, dude. Thank you. And, yeah, that's really all I have to say. And, yeah, that's all. I'm really grateful. And guess what? If you're sitting in my shoes, because it's not like nobody can sit in my shoes. If you're sitting in my shoes, you can't stop. You don't know what to do. It's now the weekend. And you're like, shit, man. I have a feeling I'm going to. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's going to be tough if you just want to sit there by yourself, all alone, and try to fight through it that way. That never has worked for me. It's never worked for me. The only thing that works for me is talking to people about it. I go to meetings. Talk to somebody about it. Just talk to them. And talk to somebody else. And talk to somebody else. That shit is the only reason I'm probably still alive. Talking to people that understand because they've been through it. And the people that are like staying clean and staying sober. Those are the people that I talk to about it for the most part. There are people that ask me questions and I will talk about it. But the people that I bounce ideas off of, the people that I trust about it, those are the people. Those are my mentors. because they've gone through it. There's nothing that I did that they didn't do. Kind of. Kind of. Not all of them, but you know. But you know, most of them. So why wouldn't I talk to those people about what I got going on? They understand better than anybody. It's worth a shot. That's all I'm saying. You never know. You might start feeling better. And then all of a sudden you got a job, or your job, you're doing better at your job, and everybody around your job that used to you felt like they were talking shit, or maybe they were. We earned that, by the way. Now they're talking good. They make little jokes. Those jokes are with love. They're not making fun. They're making jokes. And it could be fun, but I'll take those jokes over jokes of when I was getting loaded and sweaty and not wanting to make eye contact all day long. So I embrace that. Comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. And you have what it takes. If you feel like you're the worst and you're the lowest, you have what it takes. It's not like, oh, if I can do it, you can do it. You have what it takes. Everybody who's breathing has what it takes. We get the choice to. That's the whole point of this. We get to choose to. It's not that I couldn't stop using. I wouldn't stop using. It's simple as that. I chose to use. I could give it all the reasons of why. It was this, it was that, it was him, it was her, it was them, it was they. It was me. But you gotta want to give it up completely. Not sometimes. When I did the sometimes, I got loaded all the time. So, this ended up being a long one. You got this. My name's Rodney, and I'm an addict.